A lot of people are panicking. Why are CS2 items recovering? From the dip we had 2 days ago, items seem to be going up. But why? Should you be buying? Should you be selling? We're seeing a lot of trade reversals like this one. Dingle sniped this Karambit phase 2 and in real time, the buyer reversed the trade.
Niet lager gegaan dan dit. Huh? Hij is gereveerd.
We are seeing a disgusting amount of Dopplers being unboxed. Within the first 3 days, over 7,000 Dopplers being totally unboxed. And guys, that's 40 Butterfly Emeralds. And these are just the knives with the players that actually have a CS float extension. If you do not have a CS6 float extension, we can't see the supply. And people are now reverting their sales and buying, thinking the market only is going to go up now. But they're wrong. And in this video, we speak to a legend of CS trading for his opinion. So before we start, this video is brought to you by the only trading site that hasn't reversed your trades. CS Money. Easily trade your skins with over 1 million skins on the trading section. I'm not joking, 1 million. Even lower prices than before, you can upgrade your combo or find trade up inputs to do stuff like this. One bomb! Yes! 100! With many payment methods like crypto or PayPal, and they even have an instant sell section, which allows you to instantly sell your skins for cash, and they're paying even more than before. And now with the big new trading update that's very scary, instantly sell these skins and use the balance instantly to buy different skins. So you don't have to wait 8 days to get a new skin. Check out CS Money with the link in the description, and let's get back to the video. Prices, update, boom, oh my god, CS is over. Never mind, CS is so back. Oh my god, we're so back. Oh my god, we're so back. Yeah. I'm buying the dip. This is the best deal ever. It's the best deal ever. Oh my god. Oh my god. If price was once at $1,000 and now I can buy $100, oh my god, it's the best deal. In 7 days' time, when everyone's traded their knives, oh boom. Feel me. You feel me? Because in the 7-day period that we are in right now, people are trading all of their coverts up for free knives. Okay? I included will be selling the fucking 3K pair of gloves I've just crafted as soon as it's thingy. So I personally think we will see another crash. After the crash, then we can organically grow. You feel me? You feel me? And then Ruffle Monster wanted a cool on stream. An OG massive collector. The same man who middlemanned the over $1 million StatTrak AKK Sudden 661. And he wanted to give his opinion about what will happen in the next few days, so I called him.
Hello. So your theory is that the market crashes more in 7 days?
Okay.
That's what your perspective is. No, I'm asking you. That's what you think is going to happen.
I think maybe not the market. I think knives in particular.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
You think that they're going to go lower than they already did, or do you think that they're going to go lower than they currently are?
Than they currently
just trying to quantify the position.
They currently are, because the knives are already at the bottom.
That's fair.
Like what I'm trying to say is like, okay, so for example, right, the average person who did the knife trade up did not do a factory new glove trade up. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah, there's like two that got crafted.
Like a majority of the average float trade up was probably well-worn battle scarred. It was probably like a bunch of MP9 Starlight protectors. The reason why I say like some stuff is going to crash, not crash, but like something like a gamma Doppler, a butterfly gamma Doppler, in just basic terms, everyone could achieve a factory new one. So that particular item will have the biggest re-crash. Whereas like, okay, a collection skin, that no one's dumping a collection skin.
I think that they will crash on Western markets. I don't think that they're going to crash on Chinese markets. Purely because I think the quantity that were crafted is significantly lower than the quantity that sold in the last 48 hours. I think that there are sufficient buyers at current prices to withstand any drop. Let's say 200 gamma Dopplers of each phase have been crafted over the last
24 hours.
week or so, the last 48 hours. Yeah. I think that the prices will crash on Western markets, but I don't think that Western markets are kind of irrelevant. I think that prices will only crash there, but in reality, on the Chinese markets, they will hold. They'll go lower than where they currently are, but I don't think it will be a significant crash. I think it will be plus or minus 10%. That's it.
Okay. Because the way I see it is, we kind of worked out in the first 24 hours, 20 butterfly emeralds were crafted by like publicly extension. So there's probably what five more. So if it's 20
there's probably significantly more than that. I'd say it's probably 50%. Like if you look at what Deagle Heat treated, the difference between when it's the first 10 days where it's not visible, and then on day 10 the numbers jump like 2x.
Okay, so let's just say what But
50.
50 butterfly emeralds have been crafted in the first 24 hours. That means 500, because the butterfly emeralds are 10 times rarer, chat. So that means 500 on day one. So 7 days, 6 days, well, 6.5, 5, 6 days. Um, there will be 500 butterfly gamma Dopplers. And the reason why I think it will crash is because these people didn't pay the price of a butterfly. Like they paid what, the $30 of the covets they already had in their inventory. So like the way I see it is, like for example CS Float, can these biodas, chat, survive 500? I don't want to say, because I don't want to say brokies.
I have a bunch of cash ready specifically for these people.
I don't say
I'm not the only person. I think that these things are going to get eaten up because it can get arbitraged to China relatively quickly.
Okay. Because the way I see it is like the people who actually crafted this in a trade up is not the person who could afford it, but the random person who had $30 of Redskins, and they will say, you know what, do I want to try it at, like, they're just going to knock out these buy orders, bro. They're just like, I'm sure you could put like an $800 buy order, and not, maybe not 800, but you get my point. I wouldn't be surprised. Especially on the Steam market. My god, bro. I would not be surprised if the Steam market on the first day gets cleared by some people.
I think Steam Market particularly.
Like the
There's lots
noobs
of people
noobs.
with money on there. Did you
Yeah.
see how many Bowie Gamma
I
Dopplers have
crashed the
sold in the
market by
last
half
48
as a
hours on the
teaser for
Steam
new
market?
upcoming
It's
Bro.
absurd.
Half-Life 3
Is that all just trade ups? Like,
2026.
It's like 300.
let me check. Bowie Gamma Doppler. A month ago it would sell one sold every couple of hours. It dropped. 25 sold, 20 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 sold, 4, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, every hour. Damn.
So think about how many knives are selling in that period, and you think, listen. I think that this is people who are also dumping their skins. I don't think that the
Yeah.
vast majority of these people were. I don't think this is the vast majority of quantities that were crafted. I think that the quantity of skins you're going to see for sale as of 7 days after this update is significantly less than the amount that we've sold off already. That's the key thing. I think that people who had their knives
Mm.
quick sold it already, and I don't think you're going to see as substantial of a drop because the actual quantity of knives that were crafted, while significant, you're assuming that I think there's going to be a small subset of the people that you're talking about that do what you say, where they're instantly selling it. They're selling it for buy order. It cost them $100 to make this thing, so why not? But I think a lot of people and be like, looks like the market's people are greedy.
Gotcha.
People didn't sell their shit people didn't sell their Glock Gamma. They didn't sell their Glock Wasteland Rebels for $800 in factory new. They didn't. Why? Because they want to make more money. The people who got butterfly gamma Dopplers, do you know what half of them are gonna do? They're gonna hold on to it and see if prices go up because they're greedy. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have some people dump it, but I think that the market will absorb that. I think that I'd be surprised if, especially on Chinese marketplaces, because that's where the liquidity is. You might see it go down 20%, 30% on CS Float, but that's momentary. I don't think that CS Float is representative of pricing. I think it's I think it vaguely follows what Chinese markets with a bit of a time lag. That's all. I think if the market can eat up do you know how many butterfly emeralds sold on Upin in the last
Lot.
48 hours?
How many? Do you know?
It's like 50. Like 50 and at varying prices. So I think that even if there are 50 and you assume that these people are all going to sell instantly, clearly there is enough liquidity to bounce it back, especially as prices go down a little bit. So I think we're definitely not going below the prices that were about 36 hours ago was the low.
So,
That's what I think.
and when you say the low prices, you're talking about the Chinese low prices, not Western low prices.
Yeah, no, the CS float prices are irrelevant. It's not a bottom. It's just like those are really irrelevant. Buff prices and Ubin prices are the only one that are that's where you see the real market.
Okay, so if you're watching stream, if I was to draw this update happened here, you are saying in the next 7 days we're gonna
I,
see.
I'm I don't have your
Wait,
stream open. Give me a second.
wait. No, I can Discord live stream. Okay, you looking? So you're trying to say, in terms of the the next 7 days, we're gonna see greedy people rebuy in, and you think the
Oh, I think the people buying in now are crazy. There's some stuff you can buy that
okay,
I think is worthwhile, but I think if you're buying knives now,
like
that's
right now,
unnecessary FOMO.
yeah.
I think it's unnecessary FOMO. I think it's people trying to yeah. Confidence is a fickle thing. I don't think it's a good idea to be buying knives right now. You're
Mm-hmm.
really catching a falling knife, and I think that even if you do catch the absolute bottom, congrats, you're gonna get the trade reverted. I think it's pretty worth. Oh, that's one thing I will say. I'm reserving capital for the people that sell their knives quickly after trade ups because they're not gonna revert it. Any knives that I buy
Oh.
now, any knives that I buy from people
Mm-hmm.
that paid, if someone who paid 20K for a butterfly emerald, who now sells for 6K, and it goes up a little bit, well, it's not. He's gonna revert it, but the guy who paid $200 for trade up probably won't. For
That is
him, he made 4K. Why does
that
he
is a good
care?
point. Chat, what he's trying to say is if you bought here, anywhere here, you have bought an item where they've actually paid this price, the old price. So as soon as they start seeing the prices go up again in the next couple of days, or it's even happening right now, we are going to get trade reversals. The person, so again, you're saying you think it's going to dump again, but it will never go lower than the initial crazy minus 85% dump. So it might, like, it's never gonna.
I think that is so your graph is not actually accurate. There's a larger like jump. Like on after about 24 hours, it went up by about 20%.
Okay.
You can see it on some of the previous graphs. Like there was a bit of price action where people were like, maybe we should buy. And the next day it crashed even lower to really, really the lowest of the lows. I think anything I think we're gonna see, I don't know, the vast majority of those trades get reverted because it's such a significant amount of money that anyone is going to eat they're going to eat the ban because they don't care.
Got you. Okay.
If you sold a butterfly fade for sub $1,000, you are reverting that shit.
Of course. No, no, I get that. Chat, do you understand that? Like, if you have bought if you have bought an item here a day after the update, the seller's gonna see, fuck, I've just lost $2,000 on this sale, and now my knife is going up again. I'm reverting it. What Ruff was trying to say is, in 7 days when it crashes again, so maybe here, the person who is selling here is already in so much profit with the trade up, they will not reverse because the trade up only cost them $30, $100. So like if you buy here, you'll get in 7 days you'll get a better price, but you won't run the risk of the person selling reverting. Okay.
There's another aspect to this as well where that means that the panic sellers are unable to sell their item for another 30 days. That takes like a lot of supply out of the market.
Mm.
But it additionally means that the people who purchased it are liquid again because they got their funds back, which means that they can immediately. What do you think? So someone who bought the dip at the low probably has the balls to buy the dip again, which means that they're just going to go rebuy the same shit at slightly higher prices because you clearly have the confidence in the market that you think it's going to go up. So, I think within a couple of days, the people who spent a couple of 100,000 on knives and then get reverted, I think
Mm-hmm.
that they're probably going to wait a little bit now for the 7 days and then buy it.
Okay, someone
So
said,
I think
yeah.
that there will be sufficient liquidity once these knives start getting tradable for for all of these prices to get eaten up.
Okay,
I think we trade somewhere in the middle.
okay. Do you agree with this? He says this is literally like a market hold in the stock market. People can't sell until the floodgates open. Remember, everybody can buy right now, but not everyone can sell right now. So
Yes,
we're seeing just
but I
buyers, but
think
not
that I
sellers.
think that I think it is. I think it is like a hold in the stock market. It's
Okay.
just a cool off period. Everyone sort of calms down. I think it's a pretty good analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's quite useful in this context because
Right.
I think. But the main thing is, I think people who are buying now are really the fact we're going back up by like 30% in a day, like a
Mm-hmm.
30% price increase. That's absurd. You shouldn't be doing that. Don't sit here trying to chase your losses because you lost a bunch of money. I think that's dangerous. you're still gambling at this point. But I think that the idea of a huge market crash in 7 days is very unlikely. Maybe actually, for cheaper knives, I think that happens. But for mid tiers, anything that's actually desirable,
Mm-hmm.
I think we sort of stay around the same level as now, probably a bit lower than we are now.
Okay, but again, it doesn't go below the lowest prices we've seen
No, we're
yesterday.
never going below that.
Okay.
There was so much liquidity at those levels; it's
Okay.
unbelievable.
No, it does make sense. Chat, does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions? Um,
Chinese, master, our strategies are superior, frick those knives and gloves, all in on Gilbert Holler Stockholm 2021.
What about cases? Cases short term, and
Pump,
you think
pump.
they just get pumped up?
Long-term pump. Like, well, what's not to understand? Reds go up, pinks go up. We were running out of cases before. We're gonna run out of coverts. All of this, all of the. To be honest, you have to kind of sit back and really applaud Valve for how they did this. The way they changed the floats for the trade ups is genius. It's so smart, and I
Really? You
don't know. I
think?
think it's a really well thought out update,
Will
even if it
CS float in
sucks.
general go lower than Friday to catch
Yeah.
up to China?
It's like in the short term, everybody just got fucked. But in the long term, you think this is really really good for the market, the game.
Yeah, I think it resets the market. I think it really. If you're completely honest with yourself, it got completely out of control. Like,
I
can
think it
we
did
take
as
a step
well.
back and say it got
Yeah.
completely out of control?
Guys, I mean, bro, you're not wrong. Like, chat, like an AK point disarray should never go from £35 to £400. A point disarray. This like, bro, this holds no inherent value. Does not look good. It doesn't trade up to anything good. You know what I mean? Like, this is, guys, for years. This is never taken off. Like, it was at some items were getting really ridiculous, and now because of this effect, everyone has just cashed out. Everyone, all these pumpers, all these holders have just liquidated the stuff.
I lost a little of my profit from CS2,
I think the
but
vast
this
majority of
update will
people who are
save me a
buying
lot
now.
of money and risk in the future.
Um,
I think that if you look at the people who are buying now, it's people where it's less investing, although there's an element of that, but it's more genuine demand. Like, that's the vast majority of people who message me to buy stuff today, is people who actually want to buy this stuff. And I think that's realistically much healthier for the market. Anyway, I need to go, and I don't want to
brother,
distract your
thank you, bro.
stream.
Thank you,
I
thank
just
you.
wanted to argue with you a little bit because like, I disagree. And to be clear, decent chance I'm wrong. I'm fucking retarded. So,
Hey, brother,
don't make any financial decisions based on my half-assed theories. Uh, Rambo's opinions are much more intelligent than mine. That's who I would defer to as a
Rambos.
as a an authority on this. But anyway,
Hey,
I'll yeah,
brother,
enjoy the rest
thank
of
you,
your stream, man.
thank you, bro. Take care, take care. He left the call. Chat. I'm gonna be real. I think nobody knows the answer of exactly what happens, but I think it's really, really good to hear different people's opinions. You know what I mean? Like, end of the day, not only Pixel, not Anomaly, not anybody, not a finance major can tell you exactly what day, what price, what low, what new high. You can never, like, but it's good to understand, like, give or take, what could happen, what may happen. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, that was a banger segment. I feel like. Do you guys feel more confident? Like, I think it makes a lot more sense that, like, in the next couple of days we will see stuff keep going up, and people are like, "Oh my god, the market's back, the market's back, the market's back." But what's gonna happen is, again, guys, remember, people can only buy. Everyone who could have sold has sold. So now the only people in the market right now are buyers. As soon as the 8 a.m. London session opens, here, when people can sell, people will start selling again. Um, he understands the Chinese market a lot more. I think you understand CS float in the Western market a lot more.